It's that time again, and we're about to get one of the most epic days of Call of Duty started here at Champs. Are you ready? Coming to the stage first, looking to continue to build their dynasty brick by brick. Here comes OpTic Texas. Some love to Shotzzy and Ghosty. Give it up for OpTic Texas.
You want to talk about heartbreak? Well, that's what happened last night in that map number 4. How will they rise to the occasion and bounce back? We will learn today. Map 1 is everything. 20-0 when they win that map 1. They need a strong start. Let's bring out New York.
Yeah, they need a strong start, but we'll see if they can weather this tide, because here comes those boys from the West looking to strike thunder on this stage. Give it up for Seattle Surge. We got Simp, Accuracy, Mack, and Kremp, the Seattle Surge.
Champs is quite literally when anything can happen. A Seattle Surge that had to pray for the final spot to head into Champs has now broken their curse of not being able to win a LAN match for months. They also won a Search and Destroy yesterday, and they haven't won one since Stage 1. For Seattle Surge, this run has to start now, and they are certified the underdogs up against the green wall. I'm ready to get this match started, Blaze.
I'm ready to get it started as well. Las Vegas, we got a packed house out there. For everyone in the world, let them hear your voice. Are you ready to go? Man, Bryce Chun, let's get this shit started.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The first game on Saturday, an elimination game for these two titans. The Green Wall has built their foundation throughout the season based on excellence. But they have been eluded by a chip this entire way through. On the other side, a team that had to pray to get here. But victory will only be all the sweeter if they can finally deliver it today. These two teams, one we will say goodbye to, the other will move forward. And before today, you could have said this was a mismatched battle. But anything can happen at the majors and double at the championship. But let's find out how we're going to get this one done today. Here are the maps.
Let's have a look into the maps, Pricey. I am so excited for this one. But looking at these maps from a statistic standpoint, it screams OpTic Texas. So many different ways, so many different opportunities to win this series in these maps and modes. But we didn't account for Seattle Surge yesterday up against Thieves. You don't take into account, when you talk about statistics, the pressure that is on the team on the left-hand side of the stage. We are getting very full in this venue in Vegas right now, and a lot of that crowd are behind this OpTic Texas team. And Mikado is where we kick things off. OpTic Texas this season on this map have been indomitable at times. Seattle Surge have not played this very much. It has not necessarily been their bread and butter by any stretch of the imagination.
There is a bias in this crowd, but there is also an undercurrent of nerves. The team is not indomitable. The Green Wall has not surpassed all expectations. But anything could still happen, and probably will. Both teams obviously hitting into that P1 to begin with. A double from Huke set it off nicely, but it's all going to be about positioning, all going to be about looking for that P2 and trying to bleed that P1 as much as possible.
And looking towards this, obviously, as we mentioned, Seattle's most vetoed hardpoint map of the year. And it's a map that they will start on the better side, as we mentioned. Keeping over towards the statistics side of things, though, OpTic Texas, #1 in rotations, #2 in hold. It's stats lines that the Green Wall will be enjoying right now. But right now, it is Seattle Surge still in control of those P2 rotations. It's looking good for them right now, but the majority of the time, only the 7 seconds of it went over towards OpTic Texas. 15 seconds to go at P1. Seattle Surge in a good position over towards the P2 side.
This is already crucial. They're trying to get into a position to contest this. They've bled a little bit of P1 time towards their side. But Seattle have set up. They are locking this down as best they can for the oncoming rush of the Green Wall.
Are they ready for the hedges? Set up Shotzzy around the corner. Might just be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Accuracy We'll find one under Huke. He needs to go big. It's clean from OpTic. Pred, the only one left alive. Very dead as well. It's far too easy, like a knife through butter. OpTic Texas breakthrough. Perfect break so far. Seattle have a few players ready to get back into it. Here comes the Mack attack. Finds a second one as well. Looking for the third. They gun them down in the streets. And that is a wipe. Seattle surge straight back into this point, and we're going to be thinking rotation in just a few seconds. Slights the split. Spawn comes through. Ghosty and Huke spawn over towards the alley side. But Seattle surge already on the way over, and already here is Shotzzy. They have to walk away licking their wounds. A really good break by OpTic. A break back immediately, but you've got the rotation over towards P3. You're taking small wins.
This is it, OpTic. They'll bet everything onto this one. They want that time back. Seattle will be leading until that new hill pops. See already they're trying to get this fight a little bit contested, a little bit of trouble for OpTic on the setup, but they have the numbers so far. Only one Seattle Surge player anywhere near.
Yeah, good job from OpTic Texas. You managed to lock down this rotation. Seattle now making their way over. Shotzzy in the middle of the map is going to be a problem as they try to set themselves up slowly but surely. Seattle Surge are finding a small breakthrough. Pred, accuracy, Mack all combining. Dashy left on his own. What can he do? There's number one. He needs a couple more if he needs the rest of his team to now follow him up. Is he going to fall? Simp could be next on the chopping block. Shotzzy is here. Dashy holds it down. Here come the reinforcements. OpTic Texas lock it down. The kills fall their way. Surge get nothing.
Dashy staying alive there has given them the pikes they needed to be. And that is a lock. It's not going to be really any more coming from them as well. Simp will try to get a kill, but there's too many bodies. And now the rotation. Ghosty's going to be there as well. Barbers on Seattle Surge's side to begin with. Mack will have to take off the reinforcement. He knows that they are flooding through Cantina.
Rotations have been important so far. We expected that to be the case, and Cantina is an important position when we talk about the barbershop push. Dashy will be the first to fall. Accuracy trying to lock it down. Seattle are here in numbers. 3v4 on the side for now.
It will come down to this next trade. OpTic trying to get into position. Already Huke looking through the door, looking to find the Seattle players. The fight back alley is going down as well. Simp will fall. The rest of them come through. Actually still holding it. Ghosty will get him as well. Mack left alone. A wall bang by Ghosty. Didn't even need a see, and they have broken into this point very quickly.
Ghosty managing to get the 2 kills through the wall. Influential as the break comes through. But what can Pred do about this? 5 and 6, it's a mediocre start by his standards, but what can he do from this position? Holding from the outside, or OpTic Texas. Ghosty with another, after accuracy with another wall bomb back onto Shotzzy. Over towards the backside, OpTic Texas cannot find the break. Simp will hold it down. And looking with 20 seconds to go, rotation start to come through. OpTic Texas can do with it, Scrap, but Simp is saying absolutely not. Holding it down, hit feed, Ghosty, Scrap, time surge, and rotation, surge. OpTic Texas need to find a foothold here, but Dashy with 2 may well help them get some control of people.
Actually managed to get one down as well though, but it still will be numbers to OpTic. A lead as thin as a piece of paper here for Seattle. Who gets this next one as well? Shotzzy finds Mack sleeping on the floor, and eventually OpTic will break through, but actually trying to hold them off as well, but numbers pay! And Ghosty will find 2 as well. At the moment, this is OpTic's.
Keeps it going. Ghosty locking down the lines that he needs to. It really has been a big battle between him and accuracy so far. Mack and Simp though, managing to find a way through. Huke, what can he do? That's your teammate. Nobody's safe from Huke right now, but Pred will eventually find a way through. Seattle Surge, for all that the rotations haven't really been there for them, the breaks have been wonderful. 30 seconds to play for. Over towards 10. And the time is going to go over towards Seattle Surge. It looks like OpTic Texas is going to walk away and set up for the next hill.
They want a full Cantina hold. That's what they're playing for right now. All that scrap time has gone to Seattle Surge. They will have the lead again. But OpTic, we have seen teams hold this over and over again so far here at the championship. And they'll be looking to do the same. Pressure through back alley, pressure through tunnel as well. OpTic looking for the players to be given accuracy with a huge kill on the Dashy. And now Seattle Surge are surging down the back alley as well. Huke will find 2, shutting them down. And that is a wipe there for OpTic. Only 1 player remaining.
And Mack is the one who got through, just trying to survive as long as he possibly can. Finds the gunfight. The rest of the team are on their way. It's a bit of a pinch being set up here by Seattle Surge from the hedges and from the alley side, but Ghosty continues to work for OpTic. Staying alive at the point. Pred is there to potentially fall, but they just about hold on. It was looking like a break may come from Surge, but OpTic hold on tight. 5 seconds to go.
Huge work from Ghosty inside. They've held them off as well here. Seattle are not really going to push this anymore. They know they have to get to the rotation. They don't have numbers on this side of the map. It will be a significant lead for OpTic Texas heading towards this next hill where they are as well.
The crowd urging them on. The kill feed looking very nice as well. Mack right now the only one left and causing problem. Mack had a really good day yesterday, but now he's dead. Huke and Co have managed to find a breakthrough. Seattle Surge not too far away, but a very, very nice hold over towards the Cantina for the second time for OpTic Texas. It's the first decent lead we've seen from them sitting in around 20 points, but this game far from over. Now OpTic Texas inside the point. Seattle starting to find a push.
And Seattle Superstar hasn't had that big of an impact on this game so far, but Pred finds two. They're looking to get this squeeze on as well. Simp gets the kill. Ghosty last alive. Knows they are coming for him as well. Keeps putting the pressure on. Pred should eventually find him going around the back here. Looks for Ghosty, but Shotzzy gets the trade in as well. Huke pushing the reinforcements as both teams scrap over this with bodies, but Simp get it as well. And OpTic will not have this time. They will have to take one more swipe at it. Let's find out how they're going to do that with an OpTic Texas. Listen in.
Back right, fruits. What's the bridge? We'll leave bullet. Bricks. Yeah, one's middle. One's not middle. Bricks probably gonna do.
I'm gonna go CT. I'm gonna go CT. I'm going CT.
One shot time, I need him. Laying down gate, one shot gate Lamar.
I tried to yo, Sim's back left.
Gate's one shot Lamar, he might have went P4 or something. Yeah, let's rotate, let's get off CT, let's get off CT. Let's get off CT, good play, Brandon, really good play, Brandon.
I'm going dark.
What's loading? You're blocking me dead? What are you dead?
Alright, we're missing Simp and Pred.
Can we close?
Yo, wait, one guy's like got already, I think.
Yeah, one's still low, by the way. One guy's still green.
Yo, one spawned out.
What's low green?
Mid cut, one shot, Lamar.
How much?
Low green, one shot dead.
Lamar's one shot, mid cut. And they're out time as well. Mid cut might have went dark. I spawned out.
What's on me?
Yo, he's still on. Yo, tunnel side time. Alright, we're missing one.
Yo, last guy got it. He's going Barber. Inside Barber.
Wait, I spawned Barber.
Play for that. Ivor mid cut.
I got him.
One guy went dark, so stay down. Ivor mid cut. Mid cut, really weak. One shot.
Lamar is
Playing for P4.
P7 Lamar.
I'm pushing on a point. Yo, they're still needing me. Yeah, can you go right?
Yo, anyone on right?
P4, one shot P4 dead.
I'll time watch out.
I got you, just shoot.
Yo, you really saw him.
He's absolute L.
He's inside L. He's probably gonna push out here.
Nothing edge.
One shot, oh, dead.
I'm challenging hedge.
I need to push out. I said
Dead.
Yo, one guy stop me banana.
Yo, another right side hill, back.
Watch out.
Tell Lamar. One shot save. Touch Lamar.
They might hit
Left side,
tunnel.
watch out.
We'll stay down.
Spawn here?
He's left side
Yo,
up.
one guy's gonna go hedge. We're gonna spawn out.
Yeah, we spawn out.
Yo, he's hedge ready.
I kill this guy full.
Hedge set.
I kill this guy full. Pitching tunnel.
Well, the comms are calm, but it is a furious fight on this battlefield. Only a 1 point game. OpTic will take the lead as they have Cantina now. But Seattle have bodies. They are ready to push this. Already, though, they've already got only Priestahh left alive, and that is a wipe in Cantina. OpTic will now look for this full 60 and to put this game out of contest.
A little bit of a split here for Seattle Surge. Oh, but they can't get through Huke. Holding down the alley side is Prep the next one to fall. No, not quite. Accuracy will find over towards the hedge's side, so Pred still trying to find over this 25 seconds. Dashy holds it down. Simp there for the rotation, though. That's a big gunfight for Surge to try and keep a hold of. Huke trying to get the fight, though. He will manage to get it. Scrap time. OpTic, rotation, OpTic. Things are looking nice for the green wall right now. It's a 40-point lead. That lead will grow to 50. Seattle Surge need to find themselves a good break here, but they can't even find a kill, Pricey. It's looking like OpTic Texas map number 1 if we keep going like this.
It was close. It is no longer close. The game can end right here on this hill. Seattle Surge have so much to do. They must stack. They must get this push. They must get the trades. The green wall. They are resplendent in its hole as well. Shotzzy will find the first. The second Dashy will get one as well. And only Pred left alive. It's 3 for Shotzzy. A 4 streak. And now 17 seconds to go. Seattle Surge must put everything into this.
Last push here for Surge. They all fall down. Pred is the only one left anywhere near OpTic Texas. 5 seconds away for OpTic to get themselves in. They're all dead. OpTic Texas run through Seattle Surge round number 1.
It was close until it wasn't. One big hole. Cantina made the difference. And as soon as Seattle Surge were out of that trade game, they were out of it completely. And there is a statistic that I was given earlier today that may make some fans in the arena very happy. OpTic Texas, if they win map 1 with Ghosty, are actually undefeated. It is 20-0 so far for them. 2-9 when they lose map 1, but they didn't, so they're all good. Big plays out of Huke, I think. The rotations, the critical kills down back alley. Got to say, a quiet game from Pred in the end.
Yeah, really didn't get things rolling. We didn't see those huge moments we expect from them on a map like Mikado. But you kind of got to see some of the, I don't want to say inexperience from Surge on that map, but you think about P2 to P3, maybe an overextension over towards the latter stages of it towards the end of the game, when OpTic Texas already have a comfortable lead. Seattle Surge just not able to match the firepower on many occasions. OpTic's rotations were just a little bit better across the board. Seattle Surge just not at the races for map number 1. It was close until it wasn't, you're very right.
Back and forth over and over again, but one big hole the difference makes. Seattle actually had an opportunity to break it as well, but just couldn't get through. The wall bangs also in Barber. They were really utilizing them, even leaving players outside the hill to continually put fire down towards Truck, and there was nothing they could do. This is an example of Huke having a massive impact on that game. And for some Green Wall fans, a little bit angry at him yesterday. A lot of criticism leveled his way after the defeat to New York. Redemption. Huke be thy name.
And that was really where things started to turn in OpTic Texas' favor. Seattle Surge, actually, I don't think they got a point P2, P3 on that second rotation. It was all OpTic. It was holding down the alley, holding down hedges at P2. You lock that in, no problem. And then huge gunfights won by Huke and Co on the rotation. You get the spawns, you get map number 1.
Yeah, Shotzzy moving a little bit different on that map as well. A difficult kill at the best of times, using the tight corners, using every bit of that map to his advantage to stay alive. And it's kind of crazy, 250 to 163. It didn't feel like that until the last 2 hills.
Yeah, literally. It was a close game throughout the first rotation. We're pretty much dead even heading in to the second rotation of hills. So OpTic Texas will be happy with their ascension throughout that game, but will they be happy with their Monster Energy pre-game? Let's have a little look at it. Start off strong, map number 1. There you go. 20-0 when Ghosty has won the first map with this OpTic Texas team. It's a good omen for the green wall inside the Thomas and Mack Center. S&D must be a secure win. Texas 4-0 versus Seattle Surge. So there you go, you've got the respawn you need. You know you've got 2 search and destroys in this series. You must be feeling confident. And the SMGs have to be productive. Shotzzy and Huke did not perform against New York. They had a pretty good map number 1 though.
Yeah, that's maybe the difference. SMGs are certainly doing well. On the other side of it, a Monster Energy pre-game for Seattle Surge. Their route to victory is a little bit more difficult. Not the greatest of seasons for them so far. They're hoping to get that all out of the way here at the championship. But Mack, to repeat the impact he had yesterday, most kills and dominant damage in the lobby versus LAT. He's faced his fair share of criticism this season as well. But if you do the business at the championship, that falls away. Hotel control woes must also end here. 6 straight losses. It has not been a good time for them. 4 and 18 in round counts. The deck is looking stacked against Seattle Surge in this one.
I have to say though, Mack had a couple of moments. In that first map, he will have to continue to do so. We'll be heading into map number 2, the reading. For any Surge fans that are in that venue, I mean, I don't know how many there are in comparison to OpTic Texas members, but it's on the wall right now. OpTic Texas very much in the driving seat in this series. We looked at the statistics beforehand. We were saying it is a game that OpTic will be feeling very comfortable on. The maps will feel nice, and they'll be feeling good heading into Fortress. But let's take our minds back to yesterday. Seattle Surge beating LA Thieves on this map as we head over towards Fortress Search and Destroy. The confidence will be there for them. But can they translate that into a map win? It feels like one with those control statistics we just seen that may well be needed here for Seattle Surge if they want to continue their Modern Warfare 2 season. Looking over towards the records, of course, for Fortress Search and Destroy, 9-5 from OpTic Texas. Great start to the season on this map specifically. Well, for Seattle Surge, 6-6, not too bad, but nothing to write home about. Which way does this one go? Will very much dictate how the rest of the series pans out. If Surge can tie things up, I think we go the distance. If OpTic win this one, it may well be over.
And here we go, the first foray into Fortress. Already see there's a little bit of an aggressive push there. Huke is going to be further forward, but both teams just waiting, looking for information.
And I think the thing is here for Surge, yesterday, plants were really something that was on the agenda quite often. When they were going for them, they were locking them down. But Texas are the best team in the game at holding down these plants, stopping them from happening. Yesterday, it was 4 out of 5 offenses. They managed to get the plant. They won 3 out of those 4 rounds.
Here we go. Team starting to make a move. Dashy already finds one on the bomb, though. It's been called out, and they rain down. Actually gets one back onto it. Now down to a 3 versus 3. Time ticking away here for Seattle Surge.
And OpTic are just so brilliant at that. So many times they hold their utility for the right time. Of course, it's round number 1. Trophy systems ain't happening. It's been slow from Surge. 30 seconds to go.
Couple of speed demons ready to go to work. Both jump across at the same time. Huke is also weak. It will go through. Pred jumps through. Gets instantly traded as he goes for it as well. Actually versus Shotzzy. And Ghosty will find two. Seattle maybe too aggressive there in the end. And Shotzzy will pop on and goes down. Simp left alone in a 1 versus 1. Trying to figure out where on earth Ghosty is.
Time's not on his side, time's not on his
and
side.
All Ghosty had to do is disappear like his namesake.
Oh, here we go, here we go. The gunfight's gonna come through!
Every heart in the arena just skipped a beat for that one. He called it correctly. And Ghosty, at the last second, gets his 3rd kill of the first round.
Ooh, that got very, very close. OpTic Texas, though, those grenades in round number 1, so influential. It's Dashy who hits it onto the bomb site. They're so good at doing that. And from there, Pred kind of overcommits. He's thinking there's still players over towards that P2 side, but when Simp gets that final bullet, Pred's already gone. It gets stunned by the utility that comes through from Surge. And cannot do anything from there. Now OpTic Texas, it's your turn on the attack. Ghosty with 3 in round number 1. Can he add to it?
Shotzzy already in a little bit of trouble. Pred's got up there. There's a stun going out as well. Shotzzy will get his health back, goes for the chow, and Pred gets out of there. Does not want any of it. At the moment, both teams just fighting for this bomb site, but it will go down to a 3 versus 3. Guns ricochet, Dash trying to keep them away. He gets one, he gets knocked for 2nd, actually. Stays alive. Advantage to them, actually. Will get his 2nd as well, down to a 2 versus 2. Here he is, down the man, looking for this. Well, thread the needle, but actually somehow soaking bullets.
That's to get away. Oh, and he runs into Pred because he misses the jump. Accuracy now under the cosh. Huke putting the pressure on, but surely Pred is here to back his man up. Pressure comes through. No way! Oh!
Unbelievable. 2 rounds, 2 1v1s. Huke almost had it. They knew where he was as well.
Oh, got scary because I don't even think Pred got that bullet down.
A little bit off timing with the chow, maybe.
Comms need to start rolling for Seattle Surge. That's a scary moment. You do not, and even when you win the round in that situation, you sort of say to yourself, like, wow, that can have the negative connotations heading into the next round because it was just not as simple as you would have liked. But to get the round, forget about it now. Where's the mentality for the side of Seattle Surge? Well, the mentality here for OpTic Texas is that Dashy has got super aggressive. Has to back on down. The stun check comes through. Shotzzy now just trying to survive him against Pred. Gets the stun off. Gets away. No, he doesn't. Accuracy finding Dashy on the side as well. 4v2 for Surge.
Huke couldn't patience to dodge that grenade, by the way. Saw it come down the steps and waited. But with bomb down, it is not easy now for OpTic. Seattle will sit pretty here, covering every angle. Looking for it as well. Huke looking to get the numbers back in some sort of realm of possibility. Haven't done yet. 30 seconds left on the clock. Ghosty will find Pred. Communication there coming through as well. Accuracy. Gonna find Huke. Huke gets out the sniper, but it's a little bit slow. And Mack, he's gonna go down at Ghosty as well. Problem is, it's a 2 versus 1, 20 seconds to go. I just don't know if the time is going to be enough.
It would have to be the ace from Ghosty. With 10 seconds to go, it's not going to happen. Seattle Surge will take a lead. No way for him to do it, but just really good work from Surge. See, Dash get aggressive onto the site, but the sniper doesn't work out. Accuracy had a really decent map number 1, has continued that into map number 2. A 5-3 from him, 6-1 from the Iceman. The vet taking Seattle Surge through this search and destroy. So good so far. That plant comes through again. The win rate when that plant goes through is astronomical. OpTic Texas very good at preventing plants on this map, but need to do so more often on these attacks that come through from Surge. 2-1 to the good.
For OpTic, going to try and get this attack done. At the moment, Shotzzy not having the best of times. But Ghosty has been their man with the plan. See, already a big fight going down. Pred will get that first kill on the Ghosty. Ghosty, who has been the main weapon for them so far. Now OpTic feeling a little bit of pressure. Seattle, maybe a bit of confidence dripping into them as well. And Pred goes for the timing, but oh my goodness! What timing? What positioning? Where has he gone? Oh, Huke will find 2. It's now 1 versus 2. Huke will get his 3rd. A 1 versus 1. He sees him. He has him. Oh my goodness! What bullets were loaded into that weapon?
Oh, Pred gets some horrible, horrible timing, as does Shotzzy, really. And then Huke had to be weak from that previous gunfight. Yeah, it's one to the head. It's one to the head that does it. A crucial, crucial round. Would have been the ace for Huke. Accuracy, though. Managed to get his 6 spree. Found the kill.
Another 1v1 for the round. 3 out of the 4 so far. And we will see aBeZy having a great time himself so far. And now, CDL Surge looking for bomb site control. Who goes where, who gets what? aBeZy, movement not on point, but this eventually gets there.
Power position for him. Mack now pushing forward, finds the gunfight as well. It's just a bonus for them that the grenade comes through as well. Shotzzy will fall. Huke takes him down. And CDL Surge, it feels like the wind is in their sails. Ghosty, Dashy will just about shut that down. But Pred around from behind again. He is commanding art right now. And every single moment, every single time the door opens for Pred, he strolls through it. He's got so many opportunities to create the plays and just nothing that Dashy can do from this scenario. CDL Surge are a different S&D team this event so far.
It's like Pred is on the starter's block. Every time he's like, can I flank? Can I flank? I'm going. And manages to find it. It's very, very careful with the timing because he can get caught and give it away, but he's hitting it so far.
And I want to give a real good shout out to Mack there, actually. When you are that bomb carrier, which he always is for CDL Surge, pushing over towards that site, if you can fight anything, it's a bonus. You want your teammates to back you up so you can get the bomb down. You're getting a kill on top of it. You take those all day long. Ghosty holding the flank down. This bomb will go down over towards the A side. Cruise missile coming in though. Our CDL Surge now going to kick into gear. Are they expecting the push to come through from the B side? Information here. What does Surge do with it?
And they're in. Everybody's inside. Everybody's going for this well as well. Pred looking for the players. Will we see with the first build? Mack will get the second. They're still looking for the Pred. We'll see him at the corner of his eye. Shotzzy versus Pred. It's a big fight. Shotzzy will win it, but he goes down with a trade. And now it's just Ghosty left alone against 3 players. Must play his time. Must play his life. Must play the bomb. They are hunting for him. They are trying to figure out his positioning. He finds the first, and it is traded. He will not find the second. And CDL Surge will go up 5-1. The cruise missile moved, OpTic inside, and CDL took advantage.
But you have to say, I think everybody in the venue is just keeping an eye on the minimap. Where are the arrows from CDL Surge looking? And for a moment, for a small moment, it felt like Ghosty had somehow slipped the net. Played it patiently, waited until time was very much on his side. If he finds those first 2 kills, you know, if accuracy trades that out, you feel as if he still gets there. But CDL Surge dominant so far in map number 2. Heading into it, I really felt like OpTic Texas were in the air for a 2-0 lead, but all of a sudden Surge in a dominant position in map number 2.
Already, it's going down to Huke, waiting for through the door. Ghosty with the first blood. It's been a shift here from CDL Surge.
Big win.
It will. It's also going to pull OpTic in a little bit of different direction. They may not know where CDL are actually going to go in the end. Oh, that is an absolute dagger there. Pred's going to fall 2 versus 3. Sib and Mack.
But what information do OpTic Texas have? They know something's going on, at least over towards the B side. They have control of A, and they're trying to work there with it. Are they going to start moving? Are they going to start having some utility to help them break through here? It's not an easy retake. You may have the number advantage. It's not easy.
Waiting for as well. There's the first one down. 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1. Sib falls as well. Too many bodies, too many places to watch. Perfect retake in the end from OpTic Texas.
And I think Sib just needs to stay alive up top there, because when Mack gets that bomb down, he's kind of pinned. As soon as the shots come through from Ghosty, it's always a really difficult situation. OpTic Texas get 1 back. Ghosty sitting at 10-4 right now, leading the lobby entirely in damage. No, just a few short of accuracy, I should say, who's sitting at 8-4. So Ghosty's having a game, but the rest of the team not quite following his lead. 3 more rounds to tie things up, 4 more rounds to go 2-0 up. CDL Surge still in a commanding position.
For OpTic, it must be perfect. No more first bloods to give away, and more opportunities thrown to the wind. Already, first Flores going down. Huke will get that first blood as well. Shotzzy looking for action, but he falls back down to a 3 versus 3. Dashy under a little bit of trouble. He falls to Mack as well, but it will be, oh my goodness, Huke not able to bring that back to a 2 versus 2.
Gets away. Mack just about surviving that one. Now Huke trying to make the play for the team. Attacking round 4, OpTic Texas, you've got to find something. Does he see accuracy? I think he does. And what's the play? Information, not much of it. Time, enough to get this bomb down. But what is the play? The elbows of accuracy is the play. Who can't quite finish his dinner though. OpTic Texas running out of time.
They're going to have to find something. They're hoping Huke can make a god play. He takes a bullet to the dome but walks it off. And now the play call has come in. Time is getting away from us. We have to do something. We have to be bold. Every part of this map rests on this next move.
30 seconds. Simp will find Huke as well. And all of a sudden, Ghosty left in a 1 versus 3. Not going to happen. Seattle Surge tie things up with a dominant search and destroy. Steadying the ship after a loose map number 1. Seattle Surge are here to play on, well, I was about to say Championship Sunday. It feels like it.
Well, all tied up and nowhere to go. Seattle Surge just having a better time of it for OpTic. A little bit shaky, maybe. First blood's not their way, trade's not their way. They had the numbers occasionally, but couldn't hold on to it. And those 1v1s as well, everything Dan Ghosty could put into that series didn't come off because accuracy was on the other side.
What we say, first blood's on the way, 4 apiece. That's got to be something OpTic Texas look at and think, why weren't we able to convert those? Because typically it's something they do very well. Aren't able to get the job done. Ghosty has a hell of a game, but so does accuracy. Those two have really been going at it these first 2 maps. Ghosty had a really good map number 1. Accuracy is here to play. And typically when that happens, Seattle Surge win games. Well, that's a huge win for them, Brycey. It is. Win.
A lot of people counted out Seattle Surge coming into the championship. Nobody had any faith in this squad, but they have already beaten teams. They are already moved further in this tournament than most people would have expected. Some people didn't expect them to get here, and it almost didn't. But hey, map 3 is up next, at least 2 more in this series. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you for more Call of Duty action right after this break here at the Thomas & Mack Center.
And I'm here in windy Texas with this beautiful GMC Hummer EV to pick up Shotzzy.
This is as good as it gets. Shotzzy, the new face of OpTic Texas.
I feel like I have a really unique way of going about the game. I like trying to break it.
With Major 3 just around the corner, we're going to go get him, bring him back here, and make him touch some grass.
Even the world's greatest Call of Duty players have to get outdoors once in a while, so we're on a journey to reconnect them with nature in the revolutionary GMC Hummer EV.
Let's go touch some grass. This is the Hummer EV. It's cool. We're having a lot of fun. See you, dude. Every time. But we had kids in Boston, they pulled up and they were like, yo! It was 2 young dudes, and I was like, we wheeled things, like, what's up, boys? Like, what's up? And they were like, what is this? Like, hey, you boys play Call of Duty? They're like, yeah. We're like, peace. We rolled up. It's so funny. All right, we're on the road. About to go to the Cedar Hill State Park. We're going to touch some grass. Oh, here we go.
Everyone's looking at us, by the way.
Welcome to the GMC Hummer EV. You ready for something cool?
Yeah.
Hands-free Super Cruise.
What? Dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. You're not even touching it.
No, I'm not even, like, eyes on the road, but hands are wherever they want to be.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, I love this car.
Oh, yeah. Let's start things off. In between Major 1 and obviously Major 2, a lot happened.
Snoopy shocking the world with his retirement. The community shocked by this announcement.
A new era of Call of Duty begins.
What was this whole period between Major 1 and Major 2 like for you?
Honestly, dude, if I had to explain it in one word, it felt like a movie.
Okay. Because everyone knows Scum's a legend. One of the most famous Call of Duty players of all time. He's the man.
Yeah.
What was it like getting a team with that guy?
There's nothing but good things to say about that guy. He taught me a lot of things, and people say that, like, you know, he transferred the torch over to me, and, you know, I'm trying to, I guess you could say, live up to his expectations in a way.
Is there a lot of pressure there? Like, do you feel like he's got big shoes to fill no matter what?
Yeah.
Do you feel that pressure?
No, the only reason I don't feel that pressure is just because I'm doing what I love doing.
Shotzzy, an incredible round! Just dancing around the map.
Well, you mess with people's aim, their centering, their auto aim. Like, you found a way to change the game and find advantages that not many other people can do mechanically, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, that's truly a you thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. As long as I know that I'm trying my best and I'm giving it my absolute all, then I'll always be proud of myself.
You've got the ice IRL. You're keeping it chill IRL. I love that. Let's talk Major 2.
This OpTic Texas lineup just made some serious moves.
Scrapz not on the team anymore.
Dashy off the team, back on the team.
And they bring in Huke.
You had a decent run, cut a little short.
And OpTic are gone from Major number 2.
I can't complain, honestly. All you could really do is just take that one on the chin.
This OpTic team has not been together that long. This is a win in my book to get to the Final Four.
Then go back to going to practice every single day and try to improve.
You haven't had a normal team situation. We're coming up on Major 3. You're the host. What's the sort of thoughts so far?
Going to the Major, you want to feel as prepared as possible. Practice definitely gets more intense in terms of the minutes that we put in. After practice, ideally, I like to play 8s just to get those extra reps. It's all about sacrifices, and I understand what it takes to, to be at the top.
This is a lovely place. Look at that lake out there. It's beautiful.
Holy smokes. Didn't even know we had lakes over here like that.
Mate, you're too busy being one of the greatest gamers in the world. I don't blame you.
I'm too busy trying to win tournaments.
Too busy trying to win tournaments. We're gonna park, touch some grass.
Touch some grass.
Is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the championship here at the Thomas and Mack Center in beautiful Las Vegas. We have a game for you. Seattle Surge and OpTic Texas are battling on the main stage. All tied up, and the only place we can go is into control. The loser of this match is eliminated from the competition. For the other side, it's still a long run.
And what I really like about this map is that we have Fortress Hardpoint after it's guaranteed now. And I was looking at this series thinking to myself, I want to see that map between these two teams. But Hotel Control coming up, and it has not necessarily been the best for both these two teams. Both of them sitting in exactly the same record in 10 and 11. Ooh, getting a little bit dark in here. Here we go. Oh, we're already to get into it. Here we go. But let's get into the stats. Seattle Surge have lost this one 6 times in a row. Great reading if you're an OpTic Texas fan, which there are many of you. It's going to be a hit immediately for OpTic Texas over towards the A side. Can Seattle Surge turn their fortunes around on this map?
Seattle threw everybody they had at B. They've left A wide open. For OpTic Texas, what this essentially means is you will now try and get into B while leaving maybe one player on the way. They're actually surprised there's nobody from Seattle anywhere near.
Oh, the shots coming in from Dashy. Just locking this down far too easily. Seattle Surge not even really having a look at this, but may do now. Second tick is in for OpTic. Looking like Surge are going to be late to the party. Nonetheless, whatever happens, making sure to clear out their back, and they do. So strange start to the round. OpTic Texas waltz on through to the restaurant, take a hold of it without very much resistance at all.
Oh, that's a huge kill from Simp. Actually put some players over towards it now as well. They're going to have to get bedroom control. OpTic Texas trying to find these players in their backfield. It's still been a slow control so far. OpTic looking to get up to this one as well. That's a perfect call from Dashy then. Ghosty gets a second one. It's now trouble for Seattle.
Accuracy has to do his thing here. He gets taken down on the flank, and all of a sudden, Seattle Surge backs against the wall. It's been so passive.
They haven't been able to do anything about OpTic Texas, who are just waltzing through Hotel right now. First tick, second tick, about to come through, and that might be the round. It might be as well. They are stacking. It is flying. It is done. You've got to question what Seattle Surge are doing. Don't contest over towards A whatsoever. Get wiped out so easily at B. They sent players up to A after it was captured. They lost a couple of key gunfights, and you are right. I don't know what's in the playbook for Seattle on that one, but I would tear that page out and throw it in the bin and try again. What an odd round. Here we go, though. Anyway, what can they do on the attacking side of things? There's accuracy over towards the bedroom side. You didn't have any of your SMGs there. He goes for the flank there towards the couch's side and gets wiped out. Good play from OpTic Texas. You've got to play what's against you, and, well, they played it to perfection. Can they defend here now as well, as Mack and Co starting to find a push over towards the A side. Information gained for OpTic. What's the play now for Seattle? Dashy trying to hold this down. He knows there's going to be somebody here. He's throwing bullets in right and center, but nobody will fall at the moment. For Seattle, an A push. Shotzzy does the lamp jump, gets his kill as well. The movement maestro shuts down this A push to begin with. Gets shut down. He read the push coming through from the dual side, but looking like this is going to go over towards Seattle Surge on A. There's actually a couple of big kills went over towards the B side. Accuracy was trying his best to keep bedroom control to help Seattle Surge in the moment of the push that would come through, but gets cut down. Makes things just a little bit easier for OpTic Texas. A still not captured yet. Accuracy's been doing this on his own, and Ghosty might just say thank you very much. Here comes the gunfight to stop it happening. Shuts him down. Seattle Surge do not dot their I's, do not cross their T's. Don't get a hold of it, but it's spawned over towards A. This is worked perfectly for Surge. They have the bodies. Two already onto the point. They're watching the cross. They're waiting for these players to come through as well. That first tick is done. Here comes OpTic though. Here comes the big push as well. It's Huke with the first kill onto the Huke with the second, Shotzzy with a third. They have shut this one down. Only Pred left alive, but he's left alone against OpTic as he falls as well. But is the damage already done? 2 ticks at A, 2 ticks at B. Seattle Surge need 2 decent pushes to shut this down. But OpTic, they sense exactly what's going on. The push over towards A coming through, and through the smoke is Dashy to find one, Ghosty another. Seattle Surge floundering right now, but still, the ingredients are there, but you need to find the kills. They are just being led into a slaughterhouse, eventually getting a few kills towards them. Dashy holding down every angle he can. He finds a second. Seattle Surge are failing here, but they are finally getting in to stop the clock. 26 seconds to go. The lives do not make good reading for Surge whatsoever, and it's getting worse. 9 lives remaining. Seattle Surge with 4 ticks across the 2 sites. Still have potential to do this. They will get rid of Huke inside the kitchen. What's the play for Surge? Oh, they finally get onto it. There'll be a little bit of time. OpTic will not recommit to this. They have every bit of lives. They just have to not give this up. They cannot lose this first wave of trades. They're Dashy with one already. Cruise missile for Dashy. And one more opportunity for Surge, maybe the 2. 8 lives remaining. These pushes have to be clean, they have to be concise. Ghosty locking down the back sip. We'll find Huke over towards the bedroom side as well. Big win coming through as Pred will take down Ghosty. Still massive opportunity here for Seattle Surge. Kills being traded. Dashy 13-3. The man who will not be moved. They call him Batman, and he is answered the call. Oh. Everybody, oh my goodness, I don't know how Mack won it. And there's a big setup over towards the bedroom side for Seattle Surge. Shotzzy has to go huge. There we go, Death Island's popped over the top. Finds Simp though as well, he goes down. No lives left for Seattle, but one opportunity, one chance. Ghosty already takes one down. Looks for a Pred, guns, everybody in front of him. Accuracy, feel the wrath, feel the thunder, and Mack will fall as well. Nobody passed down Ghosty today. The sturdiest part of the green wall in Dan Ghosty. 5 in seamless amount of time. 1, 2, making Pred for the 3rd. Oh, you've got 2 more opportunities. Accuracy, make it 1. And Mack, the final lamb to the slaughter. Ghosty secures the round, but Seattle Surge had their opportunities there. They had their moments. 1 takeaway is all it takes. That's all it takes. What can OpTic Texas do on this attacking round, though? Can they manage to find it nice and quickly like the previous? Mack in accuracy with a significantly better start to the round, but Shotzzy is the only one alive. He'll try to make an indent over towards the B side, but A is more likely the scenario here. Seattle Surge just try to get this one back under control. And Simp just waiting, not letting you go either. Mack goes all the way out. Shotzzy gets it. OpTic are actually spawning over to B side. The other sides are not here. This has happened again. They find a kill. At this point, they will get onto it as well. Ghosty finds one. This is bad for Seattle. They have to try and move. They have to get in the right position. Fortunately, they find the kills in the end. And that is just the relief they needed.
And the thing is, they're OpTic. Some people will be questioning why they didn't just jump onto the site, but they set themselves up knowing Surge are going to come across, lay the trap, wait for them to push over to try and answer back to what they think you're probably doing over towards the B side. They don't find the kills, but Shotzzy can. 4 in a row from him, he will get shut down. A, slowly but surely taking up for OpTic.
They'll find 2. And for Seattle to get back into this control now, they will need to be another level. Not that level. That tick is going to go. A will go as well. Seattle will not push this any further. And Seattle do have the lives, but they only need 1 push here, OpTic.
Where does this push come from? Where does it originate? Is Shotzzy going to be the one that could be the catalyst for the team? Doesn't see him, neither does Simp. Ships in the night. As Pred will find one over towards the mill side. Mack and Co doing a really good job this defensive round. Much more like it from Surge. Nearly everybody from OpTic falling. Shotzzy still from behind. He may well be the one to orchestrate a push here.
And about as close as you can be on this map.
Smell him.
And both these players are waiting. Shotzzy for his teammate, Simp for the player they know is still behind them with that spawn. Mack finds one into mid here. Seattle trying to keep this down as the game has slowed down at a snail's pace, but Seattle have found everything.
Really good play from Seattle. You're expecting the bedroom side to really be where you're setting themselves up with Shotzzy. It's been alive for a lifetime.
Just won't die. They cannot find him, but he continues to kill. He may have done just enough here. Can he get through? No, actually eventually finds him. But it has allowed his teammates to slowly crawl up this map.
The live's not there for OpTic right now. The time, not there for OpTic. Seattle Surge looking to get a hold of that first round. Good opportunity here, though, for OpTic. Plenty of control is available, but accuracy, Pred, combining together. Everybody dead from OpTic Texas. This should be a first round for Seattle Surge. 5 lives for OpTic. Very little you can do with this. Mack and Co have played this one perfectly. So different around number 1. They've seemed active, they've seemed present on the map. A slow start to this control will not be followed by another slow defensive round. It will be a dominant defensive hold from Seattle Surge.
Yeah, nothing OpTic can do in the end. Bleeding lives all over the map, and Shotzzy tried to be the hero that they needed, but couldn't find it. A complete shutdown for Seattle. But can they do it again? Can they find an attacking round? And then as we move into the last, is that even on the radar yet?
Well, I mean, potentially, you looked at over towards that previous attacking round. They had themselves, what, 5 ticks in that entire round. It was 1 good push at B, would have secured the round for Seattle Surge. We would have been staring down the barrel of a Surge advantageous situation. Accuracy on a 4 spree, slowed down from maps 1 and 2, but is still ever present. What's the play now for Surge? Can you find an attacking round? Can you send us to a round 5?
Looking for a Mack finding the first kill as well. Maybe a little bit more speedy here at the moment, but Huke gets 2 as well! That second one was not expected. Huke holding the door against them. Eventually will fall to Simp, but OpTic continue to push this tempo. They know they can do this on live. They're happy to slay all day.
Shotzzy the only one left and finds 2. So Seattle Surge are finding some inroad over towards the A side, but they are paying for it with their lives, quite literally. Simp will find one on a Ghosty though, and a bit of a setup here now for Surge. Accuracy, got his spree, got the hold of the cruise missile, and they may well get a hold of A, but OpTic are now here. Shotzzy cut down, and that's it. OpTic Texas are probably going to give this one up. Simp will slowly but surely tick this one in, as OpTic lick their wounds over towards B, but bedroom control is not quite there.
It certainly isn't. Now, take your eyelids open and keep an eye on that bedroom control. OpTic do this time and time again. They will commit to it, they will hold it like it is their homestead. It is their entire fortune, but that's done. Huh? No, I don't know what to make of it either. Must hit a plant pot or something.
Well, accuracy is the beneficiary of that one. Staying alive, and with this cruise missile, slowly but surely, Seattle Surge meander their way through the map, but they haven't found anything over towards the middle. Huke, Shotzzy combining well. We'll rebuff this first attack, and Dashy will go on accuracy. Bedroom control belonging to OpTic Texas. Seattle Surge took their time, but still have a minute and a half to go.
They haven't. Oh my goodness, it finds a second. A little bit of rumblings here. But the kills to go through, they still don't have bedroom control. OpTic will commit to it again, like they have many, many times. And Shotzzy calls it correctly. Seattle Surge still not finding everything they want as Huke jump shots him out of the game. They are bleeding them here on time, Ton.
It's felt like a game of chess, really. Both these two teams slowly but surely moving their way around. Pred with a cruise missile on top of accuracies. This has to be good. From Seattle Surge can find nothing. Pressure coming through from OpTic Texas. 1 minute to go. Lives very tight.
OpTic just fully committing to bedroom push over and over again. Simple find two, but they still don't have enough players down. There is still bedroom control for OpTic.
But the thing is here now for Surge, you have some mid-map control. This is your opportunity. 45 seconds to go. Ghosty will move away from that stun. That is definitely caught by Pred this time. But here we go. Seattle Surge kicking it. Yeah, Simp, Mack finding kills. Ghosty needs to go big for the team once again.
Looking for him. He goes down. It's only Ghosty. It's only Ghosty who's here at the moment. That nade will come through as well. And it does find Pred. Dashy commits the cruise missile. And the trophy's down. There is going to be one there, but he bangs it off the wall. And they get it accuracy. Will now have to commit to the point to stop the clock, but they don't have reinforcements. OpTic Texas are going to be here in numbers as well. Simp trying to stem the tide. Pred will find one as well. It's still very much a play. Oh! That is huge from Shotzzy.
Eventually falls. Dashy trying to stay alive. Seattle Surge still in a good position to maybe win this one, but not if you can't win a gunfight. Last roll on the dice.
And they now have to move. Technically, Seattle have the lives, and they do not have the time. It is a sprint straight towards this. And OpTic, they rack the irons. They're ready for it as well. Simp and Dashy combining. Huke will find his second. Pred runs into no man's land, finds him as well. Only Ghosty versus Pred and Ghosty again. OpTic will not be moved. They will not back down from a gunfight. And if you are running into Dashy and Ghosty, you will not have a good day.
Big moment from Dashy. When that cruise missile comes in, it is panic stations. And the Seattle Surge camp. Is the trophy there? Is he gonna bang it off the wall? There's so many questions to be asked, but he finds the cruise missile, and Seattle Surge have very, very little to hold on to from there.
Have to give it to Ghosty as well. That kill on a Pred, the nade on the pillar, just gets him, just teases him out of that point. And they didn't have it. Seattle Surge burned 2 full minutes trying to get to some sort of control. Couldn't do it.
They had that mid-map control though. Many a time they had some presence over towards the bedroom side, but it ends up being the execution. That is the problem. I want to say they probably played it relatively well, how you should do. You know, you're slowly, methodically getting that map presence to make your final push. But the final push wasn't good enough. Ghosty reigning absolute supreme in round number 2. Seattle Surge have their opportunities though. You think of that round number 2, you think of Ghosty finding those 5 to secure it. Seattle Surge were 1 tick away from taking the lead, and then we would have been heading into a round number 5 right now. But OpTic Texas once again hold the line. Defensive work coming through from them, and they once again have themselves a lead in this series.
It's something that OpTic is so good at. I told you to watch the minimap, keep an eye on the bedroom. They will hold it over and over again. That was a massive kill by Shotzzy. And as this came down to it, the trades just weren't there. They couldn't get the grenades in. They couldn't get the position they wanted to. The flag from Huke also put them every single direction. Even if Pred had won that gunfight versus Ghosty, he would have had to turn weak and fight Huke.
And I think one thing is well there. Seattle Surge, because they just don't have the time, they have to rush everything. You can't have everybody, you know, irons up trying to figure out exactly where everybody from OpTic is. You've got to move fast, and time was not on their side. Hotel control goes OpTic's way as we go over to a fortress hard point. This one is going to be mixy. Let me tell you that. It should be a hell of a game between these two sides who are known for how good their fortress can be. Especially OpTic Texas, ever since Ghosty came onto this roster, have looked quite undefeatable on this map, but Seattle Surge still have an opportunity, especially with the veterancy they have on this roster. 1 grand final across the board for them in accuracy. But look at that in terms of the average place, and Pred and Simp, they're with their first ones, of course, in the previous event last year. But they definitely still have the experience to be able to do something at this event.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it before, realistically, Seattle Surge, their season has not been great. Criticism leveled at this team pretty much through every single stage. They're just hoping, praying that maybe this will be everything they want it to be. But standing in their way is a team that has been our #1 seed going into many majors, but finding no victory. They want this one.
And they've got, well, 2 opportunities to stay in it. OpTic Texas 1 map away from advancing on. Well, we talked about Seattle's history. Let's have a look over on the other side. First appearance for Ghosty at Champs. Plenty of experience, of course, for Dashy, Shotzzy, and Huke. One more ring to their name, of course, Huke and Shotzzy with theirs. Average placement is very, very solid as well, but Ghosty, how good has he been in his first Champs and his first season as well?
Yeah, and they want this. Like we've spoken about before, realistically, it was a shock just 2 weeks ago at Major 5. OpTic Texas, flawless into the tournament, and then flawless out of the tournament on a map 1. They've already got past that though. They're doing well. They have stuff that they lost, but hey, sometimes the best runs are lower bracket runs.
You can get some momentum. First game of the day is always the hardest one, they say. OpTic Texas against Surge. Can they get something from this? If they can find a win, a potential date against FaZe. Hey, we know how that storyline's went this year.
That's what they're hoping on. I mean, there's no Florida at this tournament. There's no LA Thieves anymore. OpTic probably pretty happy about it, but it's still a long run. There are no easy games in this tournament left. Everybody has earned their way here. But Fortune's Control, for OpTic fans, it is a well-remembered map. Biggest differential in points throughout the season. Well above, statistically, just about anything else any team has managed to do on any hardpoint map. It is an anomaly, but they became basically ruthless on it.
Just have a look over towards the Albagra Fortress, though. You're talking about an OpTic Texas team who have been so good with Ghosty, 9-1 with Ghosty on this map. But they chose not to go with it against Boston. Or in their previous series, I should say, up against New York. They chose to go with the HyDra, to go with their hotel. So, is their confidence lost? Is there an issue with this map for them? We'll find out very shortly. Albagra Fortress is always an entertaining one. Seattle Surge not too bad at it either, sitting at a 9-6 record. P1 and P2 though is really where OpTic Texas find a lot of their success. And the plus and minus points for this one, OpTic Texas, is quite something. They blow teams out of the water for the most part on this map. Can they do that to secure themselves one further step towards that ring at the end of tomorrow? A long way to go, a lot of Call of Duty to be played, but they could very well end it here.
Well, let's see. Is this the last map, or is there another one waiting in the wings? I heard that. The crowd not very happy about me mentioning map number 5, but let's find out how it goes. Both teams, of course, going to head into the Blender mid map.
First couple of kills going to come through. OpTic Texas on the more beneficial side. They will hold down P2 if they can. One coming through there for Mack, though. Is that going to be something where OpTic Texas are going to have to deal with it? South Surge trying to find a way through. Mack will find that kill. A leak in the defense is OpTic Texas. Totaling some points up here. That's 20 seconds gone. Accuracy with the nade, though. Dashy staying alive.
Have managed to spawn them out for a few seconds, but Dashy not able to get the turn and burn that they wanted to. And now the shoe is on the other foot. They were trying to pin them in. Pred with the Vaz having a little bit more issues than he would like. But time ticking up for Seattle. For OpTic, it's not about getting back to that P1, it's about breaking out for P2.
And Mack does a good job. He gets a somewhat fortunate spawn over towards the double door side. And now he's able to create something for Seattle Surge to hold on to. Everything is went over towards both these two teams. Lots of points taken over towards P1, P2 being held as well by Surge. Shotzzy trying to find some sort of inroad to help OpTic Texas find a break here. They will be on the better side of things for P3, but Seattle Surge running some points up yet.
Seattle are looking for Shotzzy. They know they haven't seen him in some time. And there we go, now he moves for it as well. He's looking for the player, but he's picked wrong and actually will get it. At the moment, OpTic are not close to actually breaking this one out. They're still in that spawn. They will take another stab at this. They will try to get to this point and then chain it into P3.
Well, it's free for them because they get the player that's pushing over towards the P1 side. So they can start to have a look. They know they should get the spawns. Huke Dashy combining with Simp. 1v1 versus Huke. Finds the fight. But now because of the push that came through, Surge won a couple of gunfights. OpTic may well have fumbled P3 spawns. 15 seconds or so to go to P2. It will go over to OpTic, but you lose the spawns at P3.
They will be looking for a fast break here. Seattle will set their battle line. They'll get into position as best they can. They are going to be pushed in, though. Nobody going to be outside this spawn to begin with. Accuracy spawns up. He'll try to get towards gate, try to hold it down for his team.
A lot of pressure here on Surge. They're sitting very tight, very passive. Mack is going to find at least one here. Ghosty trying to put the pressure on. Mack just trying to stay alive. Got some backup in the form of Pred. But is this where the push comes through for OpTic Texas? Ghosty and Dashy break so well. Simp left all alone. Can find one. Can't find anything else. Big break from OpTic.
Oh, it's resplendent there from OpTic. They break that like it is nothing. Still, though, a little bit of contested. It will eventually be shut down. OpTic can now set up themselves. Hold every single gate. Hold top maps as well. Simp trying to find this kill as well. There will be a trade coming in from Ghosty at some point. There it comes. They can't even get a whiff of this. They are being pushed out in every direction.
Huge win for OpTic Texas on that one. They'll take about a 15-second lead heading over towards the P4 side. A little spawn out for them as well. Will help them along the road. Huke will get himself into a position to try and break this with the rest of his team. Accuracy just trying to lock everybody in. OpTic Texas very much benefiting from a really, really nice break. Huke is out though, and Huke may well cause problems as he often does.
Yeah, they're going to have to find him. They're going to have to dig him out of it as well. Actually calls it perfectly, but it has allowed OpTic to get straight out of that front gate. And now they will slowly but surely try to get in positions where they can break this. Already Huke doing his work. Players coming through as well. Shotzzy being a nuisance.
As ever. Fred eventually deals with him. Doesn't want to get world started on the champ stage, but P2 push now started to come through from OpTic Texas. Haven't really been able to find much here. Accuracy. Having himself a game, 4 in a row from him.
Well, they're all going through the back. Everybody's going to push the back as well. They're going to try and get this control as well. I don't think Seattle will set up for it. The second there as well. Shotzzy will jump in through the window, not expecting it, and they will go for this break, but they still just cannot get their toes over the line. Players are drip feeding here from OpTic into this point, but they find nothing as we head to Blacksmith.
Really, really good hold from Seattle Surge, and a resolute one at that, because OpTic were finding kills. They were finding moments where they could have found the break, but Surge clutching up with kills at the correct moments. Grenade on Accuracy, should be dead to rights, but Simp and Predator backed him up. Ghosty's the only one who can answer as we push over towards the Blacksmith side. Spawn there for Dashy, he will hold that spawn down. OpTic Texas trying to find themselves out from P3 side. Seattle Surge just about holding on to Blacksmith, soaking up some time.
Prez alone doesn't have the overwatch he wants. Eventually Mack will get there in time. As they hold this down, Mack on a 5 streak. You can already see the pressure from OpTic. They're trying to split it across the map. They're trying to get Seattle off their game. Shotzzy again, annoying, a 2-piece from him, and they will clear that out. Like I said, Seattle looking for him. Even Sim's like, where has he gone? And down he falls. And OpTic managed to get that break in the end and stop the bleeding.
Just humongous from Shotzzy though. Manages to lock so much time in for his team because he finds those kills over towards the P2 side. Seattle Surge concentrates so much on that. It allows OpTic just an easy run through. Shotzzy 5-3 before he does get cut down by his own teammate. 10 seconds to go over towards Blacksmith. We head into a second rotation. It's going to be about a 35-point lead for Seattle Surge.
It certainly is. And speaking of Seattle Surge, let's find out how they are dealing with this right now. Will they listen in with Seattle?
The truck.
Flanking single?
Heard you. I have our push out.
Something getting engaged.
Yeah, gates,
I'm flanking gate.
bench Kyler.
What dubs? Absolute. Top out, Ghosty. Top out, Ghosty. I heard you.
I'll chop top part for you.
He's on dub. I'm staying down.
Top part, for sure. In the middle of top part.
No, he crossed the cubby. I'm not coming down.
Middle of top part window.
Nice. Art window. Nice. First guy, Dashy. 5.
Heard you.
He's throwing shit here.
Where is he?
You could be back scaff or something.
I don't see him.
I stun him back scaff.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
Get hard stun. Enemy get. Still missing Dashy. I'm gonna play for Dashy.
He's on my X. Laying down.
Top maps. Top maps. Top maps.
I have dead. Nice. I don't see the P5.
Get one shot. Bench on the point. One bullet, bro. There's one bullet on point.
I'm shooting
Kyler.
Back up, block.
We're good. Look at
P5 then.
Last guy Kyler.
I have gate.
I got him.
Top maps. Absolute top maps.
Hold my gate.
One is bottom maps.
I have P5 run up.
One is bottom maps.
P5, one shot, dead.
Bench nothing.
Nice.
Yo, time.
I have time.
Get again.
I did.
Last guy P5. I'm staying top part. I'm backing up for a sec.
Okay.
Alright, I have first. They could be open.
They're crossing P5 right now.
They could be open.
Nothing P1. All going front.
Hold
You have the hops?
I
have the hops. They can flank the back.
Heard you. Oh, shit.
I'm hard playing first. They're throwing shit front.
Heard you.
I'm flanking open.
One more, left side stage. Back left stage. Back
Laying
left.
down, one shot.
Nice.
Get time. P1.
Yeah.
Get time quickly.
P1 copy.
P1 dead. Side door me. Side door. Shotzzy's in time.
Two side.
I'm chilling. One more.
Two side.
Shield corner. One shot. I'm dropping the corner. One shot.
Seattle Surge doing a really good job of finding those road OpTic players that are everywhere on this map. And they have lengthened this lead significantly. They will not go for this. This time they will set their battle line again at P3. Broken fast last time. OpTic will need to do it again.
And a huge thing about that P1 to P2 is where Seattle Surge have picked up so many points. That's really where OpTic Texas have found so much of their luck when it's come down to Fortress, but they broke it at P3 last time. They'll need to do it again. If they can do, there's 60 points on offer, and here they go through the double doors. Dashy finds the second. Shotzzy was the one, the tip of the spear. And can that spear pierce the defense's Seattle Surge? It's just such an easy break, and one that OpTic Texas sorely needed.
And how on earth they've done this again, but Seattle Surge trying to do the same thing here as well. They get their points through at the same time. Shotzzy looking for the gun but can't find it. Dashy now going for it, finds the first and the second from Dashy. It's not the third. Mack attack to the rescue. Ghosty goes for him as well. It's all trading all the time. Both these teams desperate to get into it. Everybody flooding into this point, but OpTic will eventually walk away with it.
If you're Seattle Surge in that scenario, you kind of take it, you get broken. OpTic only get about 30 points out of that, but you had rotation. Is that something that get OpTic back into this game? P4 last time around for Surge was so efficient. They lost a couple of gunfights, but soaked up nearly every single second. Can they do it again?
You trying to bang here eventually, though. OpTic have got their players through. They're only looking from the Thunder for down under. That last player, will he slip the net? Ghosty's going to fall for him as well. And this is it. Seattle got back into this point. They are in lethal range. They have the time. Huke is waiting patiently for him and does get that kill. Looks for the second. Accuracy will eventually stay alive. And OpTic, it is becoming a dire situation.
Accuracy doing so well in this series. He's been lights out for Seattle Surge and will continue to be so. Kills coming through, but the trades are not enough for OpTic. They need to find a clean break here. But they also have to start worrying about P5, but Dashy finds 2. Is this going to be the break? Still 25 seconds on offer.
Shotzzy jumping into this point. He knows he needs the time as well. Seattle will be happy to fight this one for maybe one more attempt. And Mack jumps across. Doesn't even go for the shot either. It's a big time for accuracy. Close range. Would favour Shotzzy here, and he gets it. Red looking for the kill as well. He'll find 2, but Huke gets it away. That scrap time goes towards them as we head towards Blacksmith.
The gap has closed. It's getting into touching range now for OpTic Texas. A 60-point hold will put them into the lead, heading into a third rotation. Seattle Surge are here, but for how long? Ghosty will find his third of the live. 23 and 18 from the young gun. Cannot find it on the back, but the kill's being traded across the board. Simp, the last one here for Surge. Shotzzy finds it. OpTic Texas with the spawn towards the back door. Surge might be in prime position.
They're waiting for it. Well, Ghosty swings out wide, goes down to Mack as well. The problem here now for OpTic is they have to go. They cannot afford to take that foot off the pedal at any point as Mack continues. Yeah, the streak! It's a Mack attack with a 7. He has the cruise missile. And Pred takes down Mack. OpTic still need to get these kills. They are being pushed back at every corner.
They couldn't get out. They still can't. 5 seconds to go as Seattle Surge looking to send us to a map number 5.
And Ghosty gets in. He stops the bleeding. He stops the time. Mack may want to just try and bleed this one out. Find Shotzzy as well. He's going to jump onto it. I think they have the tick as well. And Huke has to go. Has to get it. Don't find to get the kill. They will contest. It's going to P1 regardless. And Seattle Surge is a prime position.
It's not going. It's not going.
Seattle Surge get the tick. They get the time. They get their map 5. And I'll tell you something. I've never heard a quieter crowd at the end of that one. Fortress, once a comfort for the green wall, has swiftly turned into a nightmare. What other way could it end? As OpTic battle for survival. And for Seattle Surge, if they win this, they will have taken down some of the biggest scalps in the league this year. What happens? I know one thing. There's not a dry forehead on that stage.
Not a single one of those 0 ticks going OpTic Texas's way this weekend. Not one. Hey, look, it was still a very tall order. It was going to be difficult nonetheless.
Oh my God.
Identical hard points in terms of the scoreline for these two teams over Mikado and Fortress, but they go opposite ways. And inevitably and surely we go to a map number 5, Mikado Search and Destroy, to decide it and see if somebody's going home.
We will. An S&D, 1 eliminated, 1 moves forward. Don't go anywhere. This all wraps up after the break here at the Call of Duty League Championship. And my goodness, am I excited.
Yeah, definitely Scump, AW, for sure.
Influence, Pluto, MW2 national champion for the vibes.
Formal, IW, for sure. Oh, well, my team's already stacked.
I'm gonna get F3. You already know.
What game? What game?
Every game.
Every game.
It's different.
Wait, I'm thinking like I'm on the team too.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're not. We're just
we're
like,
not on the team. All
we're
right.
scouts.
Wait, all right. I got Damon then. What game was you got?
OpTic Dynasty. I know just who to pick to take them down. And now I got Patrick Price, Ghost, to Black Ops 2.
Dude. I got.
You got Kremp 6?
Yeah, good order.
I got fucking Fear Assassin.
2?
You better watch out for him. That's all I gotta say.
The CDL is brought to you by your favorite Orange Bandicoot. Pre-order Crash Team Rumble today. Available June 20th.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship. It is time here in Las Vegas to get this one going. A map 5 for the ages. Seattle Surge and OpTic Texas will decide their fate right here in this arena. They have battled tooth and nail for 4 maps, but only the 5th one is gonna matter.
A map 5, Mikado, Search and Destroy, to decide who marches on and whose season is over. And the start line is an interesting one at that. OpTic Texas on your screens, solid map pick for them. It's been decent all year long. Seattle Surge have not won Mikado Search and Destroy once this season.
Yeah, if you were...
Good time to start doing it.
Well, while we're about to set up for this S&D, we're gonna jump on board with a little video about Shotzzy.
Yeah, we're a champ sign, you know, the biggest tournament yet. We've been putting in the work, been doing 3 sets basically every single day the past couple of weeks. So I feel like we're at our final form. I feel like everyone says that at the end of the year, but I truly think that just because, you know, every single game mode besides HP was like our toughest, right? So the only thing we needed to work on was our controls and S&D. So I feel like that's what we did the last couple of weeks, and we look good now.
All right, little word from Shotzzy while we get the stage set up for its climactic finale. And these two teams are ready. Nerves will be frayed. But who comes out on top? Who has the ice today? And I'll tell you something, you are right, Ton. If you are an OpTic fan right now, you couldn't have wished for a better scenario. OpTic on this map, not flawless, but good. Surge, 0-5.
0-5, but I've got a couple of OpTic fans telling me they've got the ice against the Iceman. Let's see. Accuracy this series has been phenomenal. Seattle Surge are going to have to try and bring a form that we haven't seen from them on Mikado Search and Destroy. The Thomas and Mack said they will get behind the OpTic boys, and rightfully so, but Seattle Surge, can you get rid of that horrible, horrible record on Mikado Search and Destroy?
Well, they're looking for them now here as well. The nades are only just starting to fly. Dashy with this sniper has been deadly. Ped will find the first blood on the Shotzzy though. An overextension. And now for OpTic, they're readjusting. They don't know where this bomb is.
That attack on round number 1 is always an advantage. No trophies available for OpTic Texas. They can't force the site enough. Mack has been so good in this series for Seattle Surge. Accuracy on the hook. Ghosty will fall. It's a great start for Surge as Mack just keeps on going. And whilst I want to talk about the statistics, and we say the 0-6 from Surge, something to note, there's been 2 round 11s and 2 round 10 losses for Seattle Surge in this one. They go the distance every single time, but have not been able to clutch up. It's a great start though, Mack with 2, the attacking round over to Surge.
That first blood by Pred, play for each other, Shotzzy and him. You are right, that first round's a little bit different. There's no trophies, it does kind of change how the teams approach Cantina. And that's what they'll be looking for here. In fact, was that round quick enough to get it done? I don't know if it was, but we'll see. Nades already ricocheting around the arena.
Let's see. Oh, they hit. There is a trophy down by the looks of things, but a bit of information for OpTic Texas. And a couple of weak members of Surge still. A late hit coming through as well. Did that tag anybody? Looking like everybody on Surge is fit and healthy. Simp will find one, but get traded. OpTic Texas get some Cantina control. Can Mack lock this down?
Waiting again to a position here as well. A 3 versus 3 for these two teams. Already can hear it as well. It's a challenge from Huke. It's wide, but it's good. He stays alive for a few seconds.
Do they know where he is? Shotzzy holding this down. Huge gunfight. Pred takes him out of his pants. It's an absolute gunning machine from Pred. Huke will find one onto back though. The sight control is there. Accuracy and Pred left to try and defend. 2v2.
Oh, they're looking for Pred, finds another one and gets out of it. Huke for a 1 versus 2. He has been great. He's looking for him as well. That dead silence has allowed him to move around the arena. But with time ticking away, he will have to make a decision.
This is a hard gunfight. What's the play from Huke? Information about to be there from Surge. Accuracy throws him the shoulder, and then a few tack bullets to a good measure as well. 2 to the good now for Surge. An attack and defense under their belts. Map number 2 was not close. The search and destroy from Surge was phenomenal. It's looking more like the online search that we'd seen from Surge, but this is the big gunfight. Cred with 1 HP, and will go on to find another as well. Surge are hyped on that main stage. They forced the map number 5, and they are leading in it.
There is no bigger scalp to take at this point. But it isn't over. A lot of rounds to go. A lot of opportunities for OpTic Texas to get straight back into this.
He need to find something to give them some momentum back into this map. Pred though, is he going to cause issue here? Dashy, Ghosty, combining well, but can Pred spoil the party? It's a second from him. Simp will find the sniper, but it's Ghosty in a 1v1.
Stays alive. Sib not in a position to trade yet. Has he found a gun other than that sniper with a Q? And Ghosty knows where he is. Bangs over the door. Sib knows as well. Goes for it as well, and Ghosty is calm, cool, collected, and finds it in the end.
Oh, he's baited him. Smart play from Ghosty. Sib thinks he can find the push. Thinks that Ghosty's maybe going to be running away. And gets caught. Honestly, from Sib, you can kind of just sit tight. Doesn't need to be anything stupid. You have a little bit of time. And that round turned on its head very, very quickly. But ultimately, OpTic Texas will get their first. 2-1.
And now they want to bring this back to 2-2. We'll have to win an attacking round to do so. It's going to be an A hit. You can see both teams looking for it as well. Trophy's going to go down. Nades all over top. Nobody's got anything yet, but it will be a bit of control here for them.
Pred, look at Pred. He's got aggressive. Are they going to be able to deal with him? He's been such a dagger for Seattle Surge so far in these first 3 rounds. Advantageous push, yet still nobody has fallen.
They're trying to get him. They've got a wall bang onto him. Pred is going to be weak for a few seconds. Huke throws his shoulder. Looks for him as well, but he gets it at the same time. It's going to be a trade going down. Shotzzy will eventually find it.
Sip dancer back, finds Dashy. Bullets ricocheting left, right, and center, but Mack again will find a huge kill. 3v2 for Surge.
Mack has to keep that head down. He is weak at the moment. Seattle have the advantage. They have the numbers.
What is the play for OpTic? It's the movement from Huke. It's the push from Huke. Mack's put it up. Huke will finish the dinner. Save the next on the block! Accuracy left in a 1 versus 2. Can the Iceman keep Surge in the lead?
Goes for the wide chow, but it's 2 players of OpTic. Huke delivers it on a plate. The dead silence gives superpowers in the end. And it is all tied up.
Thomas and Mack center as a bundle of nerves. This one is just coming down to the wire time and time again. I think it was 4 or 5 1 versus 1s. That one, of course, the 2v1, but there's been some big moments already. The crowd eventually getting behind their team now as OpTic find 2 rounds in a row. A spray for Ghosty. A cruise missile will be great. What can Seattle Surge to try and rebuff the tide of OpTic Texas right now?
They're going for it. Nades again, going out for both sides. A little bit of an information there as well. Seattle Surge looking for this, but the momentum has been on OpTic's side.
Pred, living on a wing and a Huke. Put it up, but as is Pred, the gunfights come through. Pred will eventually deal with him. First blood Surge.
Now they're trying to take advantage of it as well. They know there is a problem all the way that back alley. There it is. Oh, he got for it as well. Pred attacks. It goes down at Ghosty. Actually, we'll get one more as well, but Shotzzy gets the kill back. The 1 versus 2. He's weak and he falls. This S&D is measured in millimeters, in microseconds.
Pred has really slipped under the radar for the majority of this series, but he's sitting at 7-3 after 5 rounds. Having a hell of a game. He's finding first blood, he's finding big kills. Getting rid of Dashy just allows a bit more of Hedge's control, and yes, okay, he falls. But the rechal from accuracy comes through, and Surge in the advantageous position. Once again, 3-2 now.
Looks like it's a similar situation. Hits from both sides. Shotzzy though. He wants to be the catalyst, he wants to be the difference maker. Already down to a 3 versus 3. Dashy backing up furiously. Shotzzy got tunnel control. And they are everywhere here at the moment. Pred finds Dashy. Simp versus Ghosty is a huge win from Ghosty. He's super weak at the moment, but Shotzzy comes to reinforce him as well. Pred dancing around him. He's going to be weak. It's outnumbered, but is he outgunned?
Shotzzy found the flank. Can he find some timing? Can he find a huge moment for OpTic Texas?
And now, the stress mounts. Information from both teams is not going to be there. Shotzzy wants this 1v1 fight. He needs this 1v1 fight to win it, to get away. And he gets the first one as well. Actually goes for the peak. Shotzzy's confident. He's going to go for it. 33 seconds. Iceman versus movement.
Information's up there! Doesn't check the right. Accuracy finds the kill. That might be a big round. 4-2 to Surge. And accuracy, if anything, was so dynamic in the way that he played that. He didn't stay in the same spot. He didn't offer up the information. Shotzzy didn't have a clue where he was. And accuracy finds the round for Surge.
The Iceman cometh. Advantage at the moment for Seattle. But be still your beating heart. It is not over. The S&D is not done. Fate has not yet been written.
Huge round. A huge round. Seattle Surge spreading the resources just maybe a little bit here now as OpTic Texas start to stack. What's the play now? Where's the information? I think they're starting to get it because of the lack of it, eh?
That's it. The nades have not come rolling over the top here. And it will be an adjustment. They know something's wrong here, OpTic. They're looking for it as well, every bit as well. Seattle are surprised. They're like, where on earth are people? Nobody's encountered yet. This fight back alley might be huge. And Pred will get Huke again, over and over again, and he has been the thorn in the side. Bomb down, advantage OpTic.
Accuracy will find Dashy. Mack will find Shotzzy. Ghosty left on his own in a 1 versus 4.
I said advantage OpTic. I was wrong. I didn't mean it. Seattle Surge have put this one into lethal range. One more round. We'll see everything that OpTic Texas have built be reduced to nothing but myth and legend.
They haven't won this map all year long. They're one more round away.
I'm not saying the crowd are tense, but I just saw a guy in the crowd actually levitating 3 inches off his seat. Every nerve in the arena at its end. Here we go. Defense for Seattle.
OpTic fans, your team needs you now. 3 rounds are tied up, and there's the first blood. Mack will fall. An attacking round here would go a long way to starting the comeback, but these next gunfights are important. Ghosty will find accuracy. Prendo, can he be the difference maker? He falls as well. Simp now in a 1 versus 3. OpTic looking to reduce this to 2, but Simp finds one. 1v2.
That bomb is not down. Is it advantage? Simp finds another one. Not like this. It can't happen like this. Simp looks for the 1v3 to put OpTic in the Shadow Realm, but fortunately they have Ghosty. The rookie with the weight of the world on his shoulders. It's a peak, it's a gunfight, and the green wall falls! A chance! They are out! They are done! Seattle Surge! Resurgence in the end! 10,000 tears have just been shed at the Thomas and Mack Center! And a day that will live in infamy in CDL.
The 1v3 to send them home.
I just see Kenny in the front row.
Phenomenal from Simp.
The 1x1x1 shot. That's the first time that Surge have won Mikado Search and Destroy all season. And what a time to do it. There's a saga that has been building all year long. OpTic versus Pred. I'm sorry to tell you, OpTic haven't won it. That man came alive. Over and over again, Seattle this season have been anything but what we thought they should be. Seattle have been disappointment as their middle name, but not today. And I have said this 1,000 times, and I will say it 1,000 more. Magic always happens at the majors. And Seattle Surge have taken charge of their own destiny.
What a game between these two. It took 5 maps to decide it. It's 2 search and destroys from Surge that wins them it. You would have never have thought that was the route to victory. For a side that have struggled on land, specifically in search and destroy, so much. What are they doing on a map that they haven't won once this season? We were looking at it, I said map number 5, there's just no way that OpTic Texas is going to lose this. We were talking about in the break, and Seattle Surge, the heartbreakers. My word, what a way to start Saturday. Holy hell.
Well, that ends the saga of that game. Let's find out from the man himself on the main stage. It's Mack.
Thank you so much, Bryson Tillman, for a fantastic cast. Las Vegas, give it up for Seattle Surge as they stay alive. And I know Father's Day is tomorrow, but I got Mack Daddy on the stage the way that you played out there, bro. Talk to me about how you feeling after that series, man.
I'm feeling on top of the world right now, to be honest. Woo. Went through a lot. I feel like I've been struggling all season, to be honest, so this series was huge for me.
Yeah, it was, okay? Talk to me about, you know, just kind of your mindset throughout the season and getting here to champs, okay? You know, you've been with this squad for a while. Talk to me about this team and the progress y'all been making to get here.
I think the main thing is that we really just never lost faith. Like, we knew what we were all capable of. We knew that if we show up to a tournament, we click, like, we can bring it home, so that's what we did.
Yeah, y'all definitely can, okay? The last play, all right? You know, you're down, accuracy's down, Pred's down, Sid's alive, okay? What was it like watching your teammate clutch that 1v3?
It was insane. I mean, that's just what he's capable of. I know what he's capable of, and he's going to continue to show why he's one of the best.
He truly is, okay? Any last shout-outs you want to give to the Seattle Surge fans that you just won over here in the crowd that is rooting for you here today at Champs?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the love and support. Shout out to the families, friends, everybody back home. We're going to try to make you guys proud.
All right, yo, that's going to do it for me and Mack on the stage. Lottie, take us away.
Thank you very much, Blaze. We got Lottie going out in the crowd right now, so we're going to take it here at the desk, pucking alongside Clayster, Alley Cat, and Nameless. And what a win for Seattle Surge. They have now powered in to a top 4 placement. They're still in the running for champs. Pred and crew walking past us, all smiles. No one out there saw this one coming at the start of the tournament. OpTic is out. Atlanta FaZe is in an elimination bracket. Surge is moving on.
This is unbelievable. I think the only person who saw this might have been Allie, actually.
Whoa. I don't want to beat my own horn, but I was on the Surge train here for OpTic as well. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. Surge was my pick. Surprised at that result. A lot of people in this venue are.
Now, what I found most important here was the stat. 20-0 when you win game number 1 with Ghosty on the team. OpTic is now 20-1 after losing for the first time. Craziness as we see 2 search and destroys going in favor of Surge. That was a big surprise for me. Allie, how did this all break down?
I mean, to be honest, after that map number 1, like, Texas looked great, right? And we're going to that Fortress S&D. It's the only search that Seattle has won. That was yesterday off of a game 5, so they're able to do it again today. But then you're worried. You're like, all right, well, they haven't won Mercado S&D either, so they can't make it to the game 5. OpTic shows a masterclass hotel control, and then you move into that Fortress, and it is just all Surge the entire way. I know we're heartbroken if we're OpTic Texas fans, but Seattle Surge, they are breaking their curses during this tournament.
We got to take a look back at the final round one more time. This is how this Surge clutched up, and Clay, as the AR main, I need you to walk me through this 1v3 from Sib. I mean, this was nuttiness.
Honestly, Sib, I think, got the ace in this round as well, plus the 1v3. I believe I haven't seen somebody incinerate like that in a very long time. We're about to catch it here on the screen. They get first blooded with some great grenades over the top from Shotzzy. They try and retake through the tunnel. Obviously gets shut down by Ghosty and crew just ready. There is Sib with the first kill, so he does get the ace in this round. I love the way he played it. You have to get one quick right here. Incinerates him. Incinerates him. Makes another great play here. A good read on the guy top balcony. He is just playing with so much confidence right here. Dashy stood no chance. Now it gets to a 1v1. What does he do, Ali?
I mean, he doesn't even have dead silence. Like, that's the most insane part of this. And it's like, yeah, he's got a kill or two, but it's then what? You know, it's not like he can pop Deady. But unfortunately incinerates Dashy off that heady, and now he's just playing for his skull, right? The bomb is planted to the right. What is insane about this play to me is that Sib is looking at balcony in the left side and is able to catch Ghosty on the peak. The bomb's not even planted for that. The bomb is planted for hedges. So for Sib to make that read, I mean, insane.
Sib looking like Jimbo Online gets the ace and the final clutch, the 1v3. Impressive stuff here as we now see Seattle surge power into the top 4. The question is, who do they play against next? Let's take a look back at the full series, though. If you missed it, we started an hour and a half ago. 250 to 163 was game number 1, and we thought it was going to be all OpTic, but then Surge came bouncing back in that game, too.
Yeah, I mean, Surge really fixing their Fortress Search and Destroy. They were able to shut down Shotzzy. We saw OpTic with some weird things in Search and Destroy throughout this series. We saw Huke running an AR, trying to watch the cross. They set him there. I didn't like that on the Fortress. Then in that game 5, they did not change their offensive strat the entire time. Surge respond perfectly to that. They're like, okay, fair. All right, Pred, we're just going to go there and get first blood. Worked out more times often than not. So unfortunate exit for OpTic. Seattle in a crazy situation, man. This was a team that had only beat LAG on LAN in this entire year. And now what happens?
Hey, they made a run in the past, looking to make it here at Champs. Why not? Let's take a look at your Scott play of the game. It belongs to Pred. You said, go get first blood. He was 5-1 in the opening rounds here. The man taking over the early game in Search and Destroy was just a menace going up against OpTic in the SMG role.
This is so frustrating. Sorry, I don't know if somebody's going to go there. You got to jump out and chow him. What are we doing at Champs?
Can we get a trade? Can we get a trade, please? Truly, we talk about as competitors, you know, you said 20-0 OpTic is when they win the first map. All that matters is that one series where it falls, that one time, like you said. Surge hadn't won S&Ds, now they're winning S&Ds. It doesn't matter. Night, sleep tight. Whoa, enjoy the flight home, OpTic.
Surge moving forward, FaZe Breach coming up next, and of course we still have that winner's final battle as Ultra takes on the Subliners. We want to give a big shout out to the hundreds of thousands tuning in from around the world. Thank you for watching the Call of Duty League, and remember, you can start your Call of Duty League collection with the Upper Deck E-Pack. Scan that QR code and get in on the action today. And while you're online, why don't you pick up some gear? We got some of the hottest stuff over at shop.callofdutyleague.com. Allie, what do you got in your closet?
I don't have anything in my closet, unfortunately, Chris, but I would love some of these jerseys to stack it up, specifically after what I just saw as the Seattle Surge, because that's feeling like good life.
No Vegas Legion,
We're accepting presents.
You're going to hook me up?
Oh, I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
Yeah. Signed Clayster jerseys for all of us. Don't go anywhere, fam. That was just match number 1 of our Super Saturday. 4 more to go, including Atlanta, Boston, after this.
Let's go, Boston!
Your boys just eliminated OpTic Gaming from Champs. You guys will go on the most incredible series that unfolded before us there on the main stage. What are your thoughts and feelings after it?
Proud of my guys right now. Perseverance. We had a rough map 3, pretty rough. Got on stage, talked to him about it a little bit, told him the map's over, it's done with. We can't do anything about it anymore.